Hey guys, please don't be running through here. Go around, okay? Bud, hey, Bud, please don't be walking through here. Go around, please, okay? All you kids need to go around so you're not tripping on cords. show you as we go along. I'm just playing with some things.
Okay.
So there's a few things over here. So there's a bunch of tabs open. Whoop, I don't want that. There's a bunch of tabs open here. There's a control that is going to be keeping up on the score. That's going to be your main job.
Okay.
Okay? So away is them, home is us.
Okay.
So they score a point, you just up and down.
Okay.
We score a point, you go up and down.
Okay.
Okay? Can you do that?
Yeah.
I know you can do that. Now, radio is playing over the top of this too.
So they can't hear what we're saying?
Nope. That's a good thing. Then there's some other things that we'll do. So there's like this game intro. So these are all called overlays. All those things I have here. This is the overlay screen. This is what's being broadcast right now. So if we want to put a game intro on here, we just drag this over and let it go, and then click on overlay, and it puts it in the broadcast. Isn't that cool? Clear that. And then what we're going to do here, pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can find what I was looking for. Oh, here it is. So we're going to get the starting lineup. We're going to clear this one. We're going to drag the starting lineup over here. And then click on the overlay. Once they start introducing our girls, we'll put that up on screen.
Okay.
What was your name again?
Terry.
Karen. Sorry, a lot of girls' names. I'm like,
Oh yeah, you're fine. What's your name?
Chris.
So you live by my grandma? Is that what you said?
Yep. Yeah, so they live right by the park. So the street that you come in to turn into your grandparents' house, if you took that and took that right, where the house is way up against the lake in that back corner over there.
That's where you live?
Yep. See how that looks on the broadcast? Isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. What are you throwing tonight?
Candy, I think. Bags of candy.
Starting for the Tigers, 85-7 senior, number 1,
Am I doing this now?
Yep. Are you excited?
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna mess up.
Yeah, you can't mess up. So do you have little brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have 2 siblings. I have a younger brother and a younger sister.
Oh, nice.
So I'm the oldest.
So you get to boss everybody around.
Yeah, and I'm the oldest cousin on my mom's and dad's side.
You're
first
rocking,
cousins.
man.
Yeah.
You got it.
So I have to set the example for everyone else.
That's not a good thing all the time.
No.
But it is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So you guys go over and play in the park once in a while?
Yeah, whenever, like, on holidays, like for Easter, we'll go over and play, yeah. Whenever we're over at our grandparents' house, then yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of nice having that across the street.
Yeah. So you don't have to ride anywhere.
Yep. So this little joystick here, this controls the camera right there. So I can move it left, right.
Oh, wow.
I can zoom in, zoom out. So if I want to zoom in, you can go way in, way out. This side works better than this side.
Okay.
Just give it a push.
Oh.
There you go.
Came to the net with a quicker set in mind and then had to back off and slow her approach and thus changed her angle. 2-all in this first set. Bulldogs will hand the serve to Katie Bauer. Bauer, the middle that serves for herself, crosses far side on Sanamaso. Near side set for Sid Henry. She'll rip it down the line for the kill. Henry picking up her second and giving the serve to Addie Sanamaso. It's been nice to see Addie Sanamaso develop as a Tiger varsity player this season. Sanamaso shanks her serve and it tops off the tape at the net. 3-all. I saw this team first week of the season. I came out and talked with Coach Lisa Shoemaker, and to see the young faces then, and then I saw them play early live. I've watched a lot of their video throughout this school year, and now to get to see them in person again, to see the confidence that they have established is quite impressive as to what Coach Shoemaker has done. The serve received by Henry is a free ball back into the radar zone of the University Bulldogs, and Logan Conlon pops it down for the kill. So a serve receive 0 point leads to a 4-3 lead for the Bulldogs. And Caitlin Smith will serve again, and she finds the back line for the ace. The Tiger back line is up maybe a step too far. And now you will get the substitution in of the libero, Ileana Martinez, who is wearing number 21. Those libero jerseys are different numbers than the number listed on the roster. They'll go right at Martinez, and back-to-back aces for the Bulldogs. Caitlin Smith with a pair, and the Bulldogs have a 6-3 advantage in this first set. The ball came caroming back onto the floor. The ball kids were busy talking to one another and not running down the errant ball. Martinez with the receive. Henry will back up, set far side for Maker. She'll push it down the line, run up high by Rule far side. Quick zero down the middle, and the block was in the net for the Tigers. I believe Jalissa Maker was whistled with that violation, if my reading of the hand pantomime was correct, and a quick timeout for Lisa Shoemaker as University's grown out to a 7-3 lead. Timeout is brought to you by B&J Plumbing, hot water heating repairs, sump pumps, new construction, clogged drains, and general plumbing service. B&J does it all. It's been that way since 1961. Call 970-522-3828. Well, big softball game today, big volleyball game tonight, big volleyball game Saturday. How about a big football game tomorrow night? Anytime Sterling and Platte Valley get together, you know you're going to have a great contest. But now with Platte Valley having lost their first game of Patriot East play to Brush last week, Sterling winning their first game of Patriot East play against Weld Central, Sterling has a chance to make the October 15th matchup with Brush the de facto Patriot East championship. If they can go win on the road tomorrow night, Bull Brom will be in Kersey for coverage on 105.7 KPMX. That's a kickoff time tomorrow night of 7 o'clock. Out of these Tiger timeout, Caitlin Smith will continue with the serve for the University Bulldogs. Martinez with the field set to the near pin for Emery Rios. Roll shot off the block at the net. The dig right into the radar zone of Jalissa Maker, and she dents the gray floorboards with her swing to end it on that run. Kaylee Myers will come in on the front row for the Tigers. Sid Henry's now to the back, and she'll serve. Soft roll fielded by Rule. Set for far side. Off the block at the net goes the tip attack of Conlon. Diving dig over. Back near side. Johnson will dig it out on the swing down the middle. Henry no play but to set it to the back corner. Again looking for Alshared. Instead coming near side. The attack will be dumped down the line. Popped up by Johnson. Rios found the block and rolled it to the floor for the kill. I don't know what Coach Shoemaker said in the timeout, but it worked. Tigers back to within 2 early in this first set. Sid continues with the serve. The future Rue is just too long and out on her service. Don't mind that aggressive air, though. I talked about that last night in the Caliche-Weldon Valley match. You don't mind those that miss the back line by 2-3 inches. You miss the back line by 2-3 feet, that might be a problem. Serve from the Bulldogs, fielded back row by Martinez, set to the near pin, down the line, too big and out goes Kaylee Myers. Second hitting error of the match for the Sterling Tigers, and back up by 4 go the University Bulldogs. 9-5 in this first set. Serve continues with Logan Conlon, fielded near side by Johnson. Rios will hit a cross, rolling it off the block of the net. Nation will dig it up high. Far side Rule, roll shot line, dug up by Henry. Scrambling a bump set for Johnson, coming near side for Rios. She'll clip the block of the net. Diving scramble dig up for the Bulldogs to keep it in play. And a free ball over by Rule. Johnson quick up to Henry, who will zero down the middle for Jalissa Maker. She'll punch it far side. Back row roll comes from Conlon. Near side again, nice dig by Johnson. Maker with the bump set, and Rios will hit a big roll, just too long and out. Good scramble for the Tigers, but Emery Rios just missed the back line by inches, and the Bulldogs grow the lead to 5, the largest in this young match. Conlon slips the serve down the near side, fielded by Kaylee Johnson. Good running approach for Emery Rios, and she'll knock it to the floor. That has been a hallmark of the offense of the Sterling Tigers. When you wrap back that outside and you get a good receive, to run that outside is essentially a zero tempo middle swing on the first attack, and University was not ready for it. Addie Sanamaso back in on the front row as back to serve goes Jalissa Maker for the Sterling Tigers. Cross near side, Sanamaso will field the attack, but a consistent play couldn't be found, and the kill will go to Aisha Al-Rashed, her first of the match. University has 3 kills, 2 aces. Have been given on 6 Sterling Tiger errors, and if you count the aces as receive errors, that's 8 giveaways for the Tigers. Near side Johnson shanks her shot. The dig goes into the rafters, ping-pongs around, and can't be pulled down. Kaylee Johnson with her first kill of the match. Meanwhile, the University Bulldogs have only 1 error on a serve receive error when they were aced. The Tigers have had to earn 6 of their 7 points. 11-7 University. Rios with the serve. She'll tumble it down the middle. Popped up quickly by Conlon. Far side. Swing pushed deep by Bauer. Tigers get it back. Near side. Johnson pops the block and picks up the kill. Sid Henry got that set on top of Kaylee Johnson awfully quickly, and she was able to turn it into points for the Tigers. Back within 3 as Emery Rios will continue with the serve. One of a host of seniors on this roster. She'll fly it deep, popped up quickly by Conlon for the Bulldogs. Far side Rule, diving dig up by Henry. Sanamasa with the bump set. Near side for Johnson, swung for high hands, didn't get the touch, and that was a hitting error. Out of system for the Sterling Tigers. Substitution for the University Bulldogs will bring Ryan Lynn, or pardon me, that's the Tiger roster. That will bring Paige Heck and Darren Whitmoyer onto the floor. Sitting down Maisha Harris and Caitlin Smith. Smith is the setter in that 6-2. Serve clips the net, court up by Henry. Near side Sanamaso chips the block of the net. Scrambling to keep it alive, and a back row swing will be pounded to the far line for the University Bulldogs. Nice attack out of the back row by Logan Conlon for her second kill of the match. 13-8, University pushes the lead back out to 5 in this first set, brought to you by Bank of Colorado. Find your local Bank of Colorado online, bankofcolorado.com, member FDIC. Tip over the net for the Tigers on a miss receive initially. Rule with the swing far side goes off. Speed ball kept up by Henry. Second touch can't be chicken winged high. And Chloe Rule will collect her first kill of the match for the Bulldogs. And a match high 6-point lead. Coach Shoemaker mulling a timeout. Whitmoyer's serve near side will be fielded by Maker. Near pin swing off the block of the net goes Johnson. Run up high, scramble for the Bulldogs, and Rule get a bump free. Tigers have to use this. Quick up by Maker. Henry will set near side for Johnson. Finds the block, finds the kill. Her third kill. Sid Henry's 5th assist. And now Henry will turn into a hitter on the front row as Tyla Thomas comes back onto the floor. She will serve, will the freshman. Thomas, spinner, clips the net cord, crawling onto the far side, fielded by Rule, back flat free for the Bulldogs is too big and out for Logan Conlon, their first hitting error of the match. There's the second point given away. Tigers have had to earn 8 of their 10, while giving away 8 of the 14 the Bulldogs have. Serve will be popped deep once again. Slide to the near pin. Off the block of the net goes the attack of Bauer. Nice chase down by Rios and a bump free over by Sanamaso. Tigers have to scramble to get back in position. Quick zero down the middle. Too big and out. because the Bulldogs tried to hurry up and get that zero tempo with the Tigers only being able to throw a single block in front of it. Bauer couldn't turn her swing down, and Sterling's back within 3, down 14-11. Thomas with the serve again, short, popped up quickly. Far side Rule, she'll swing off the 10-foot line. Nice off-speed shot, popped up quickly by Rios. Thomas then handed it high, but everyone had backed off, and it falls to the floor on the miscue from Sterling. Chloe Rule to the back row. She'll take the serve for the Bulldogs. Rule's serve fielded by Santamasso on the front row. Thomas bumps that down the middle for Santamasso. Popped up quickly. Far side swing will come from Conlon. She caught the back line and picked up the kill. That's Logan Conlon's third. Back up by 5 go the University Bulldogs. Tigers dug themselves an early hole as off the floor will come Jalissa Maker, and on will come libero Ileana Thomas. Rios will field the serve from the Bulldogs far side. Thomas near side for Henry. She goes off speed, trying to run it up on the front row, and in the net went the block of the Bulldogs because of the off-speed tip for Sid Henry. So Katie Bauer with the first blocking error of the Bulldogs night. That's just the 4th point given away. Tigers committed a rotation violation. Maker was on the front row and did not get onto the floor before Ileana and get Thomas off before the Johnson serve. So because the libero had rotated to the front row, Sterling out of rotation, down 17-12. Wasted the service of maybe their best server this season. Sid Henry trying to get one back, takes a big hammer, knocks it off the block, popped back over by the Bulldogs, and Sid tops it into the net. 18-12, lead back up to 6 for the University Bulldogs. Katie Bauer punches the serve far side on Addie Santamasso. Thomas bumps that down the middle for Sid Henry, had a triple in front of her, and a lift off the block for the University Bulldogs will lead to a ball handling error because, again, of the off-speed for Sid Henry. There's no doubt where the Tigers are going when she's going on the front row, and University's throwing every person in front of them. Santamasso's serve far side, and Sid Henry wins the one-on-one block back of Aisha Alshared. First block of the night for the Tigers, back within 4, and freshman Addie Santamasso continues with the serve. Santamasso slides it down the middle, popped up by Rule, back row, back set near side, and it hit the antenna. So a mishandled set, this time by Whitmoyer. University starting to hemorrhage points on giveaways. They'd only given away 2 points in the first 20, and they've given away 4 points in the last 10. Collision on the University side as they try to keep it alive, free it back over. Johnson up, down the middle, Maker. She'll ping the block at the net and pick up the kill. Jalissa Maker with her second of this first set. Tigers within 2. University going to make a substitution as Caitlin Smith comes back on. Smith will be the setter, so going now to a straight-up 5-1, it appears, on the Bulldog side for Coach Jared Rudiger. Tigers off the swing for the University Bulldogs, get it stuffed down by Emery Rios, and they're back within 1 as University will take a timeout. Sterling trails just 18-17. This timeout is brought to you by Country Creations and Country Feed and Supply. Stop by on Highway 6 between the John Deere dealership and the cemetery on Highway 6 in Sterling. Get your work and sports apparel with quality and affordable screen printing. That's Country Creations. They're doing our pink out shirts for us this year, but now they have Country Feed and Supply with all your feed needs, show feed needs, because I know, well, there's a lot of families out here. There's some players on the Tiger team that are very active in the 4-H showing circuit, and they probably got some show feed going as well. You can get that at Country Feed and Supply now, one of the sponsors we've got here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network that make it possible for us to bring you Sterling Tiger volleyball and softball and football and eventually basketball and then baseball when it becomes the springtime as well. So we've got a whole host of Tiger sports on KPMX. As we say, we bleed orange and black. Just don't test that theory because I'm sure it'd probably be red. 18-17 University lead. Each side has used a timeout in this first set. Tigers will continue with the serve in the hands of freshman Addie Santamasso. Tigers have been down by as many as 6 in this first set. Serve will be ripped down the middle, popped up quickly. Set to the far side, block at the net. Sid Henry turning down, or was it a 4-hit violation? It was a 4-hit violation on Logan Conlon. It never cleared the net, so the blocking point doesn't go to the Sterling Tigers. 18 all, they've clawed all the way back. Sanamaso fires a serve far side, fielded by Conlon. Scramble and a back row swing for Rule, rolled far side. Played it on Thomas. Johnson will bump set, far side for Sid Henry. She'll hop the block at the net. Diving dig to try and keep it off the floor for Jaden Nation, but it'll go down. Sid Henry with her 3rd kill of the match. Tigers out of system, retake the lead from the Bulldogs. They haven't had it since very early in this set. Now 19-18 Sterling. Sanamaso rips a serve to the far corner. Bulldogs on their heels, scrambling down and find it, and Conlon will free it over, up by Johnson. Thomas will set, near side Rio. She'll clip the block of the net, chased up high by Rule, back row. Set to the far side, and a block at the net on the attack from Conlon. Wung over onto the Tigers side. Flat free dump back over by Sid Henry from Sterling as they got out of system. Quick down the middle. Big swing for Al-Rashed, and she will put it to the floor for the kill. Aisha Al-Rashed will end the run and square us at 19 at a critical juncture in this set 1 of this top-tier Patriot League volleyball showdown. Caitlin Smith will serve. She has been on as the setter since the Tigers began the run back. Going to a 5-1 now are the Bulldogs, and she promptly lines the serve into the net. She had a pair of aces her first time at the line. So the volleyball gods evening things back out in the favor of the home team Sterling Tigers with an error there. Kaylee Myers back on for Sterling on the front row as Sid Henry's to the back to serve. Sid trying to pop it deep. It was, is it in, is it out, is it in, is it out? And too much on the heels for the ball played by Rule, and Henry picks up the ace. Tigers up by 2, 21-19. Henry punches the serve, far line this time, fielded by Conlon. Quick down the middle, off the block of the net goes the attack of Al-Rashed. Henry sets near side Rios, roll shot far side, handed up quickly by Conlon. Back to the near pin, trying to move laterally with the attack from Parrish. Dug up by Johnson, near side Rios. She goes left, off speed, in the net, went the block of Mylea Parrish, and the Tigers now lead 22-19, and the second timeout will be taken by the University Bulldogs. It's brought to you by Bailey Mechanical. Don't take your comfort for granted. Keep your home heating and cooling system inspected and repaired as you get ready for the winter months. Make sure your heater's taken care of. 970-522-0471. It is 61 degrees outside. Low tonight of 46. High of 84 tomorrow. 79 Saturday and 71 on Sunday. It'll start looking like fall the middle of next week, but the weathermen have been lying for about 2 months now. Oh, it's going to cool off next week. That's just kind of been the thing, you know. Oh, it's just going to cool off next week. Oh, next week. Oh, next week. Hopefully they're right this time because it's October 7th. 22-19 Sterling. 3 points away from taking set 1 after trailing by as many as 6. Sterling was down 16-11 and have since run off an 11-3 run, largely on the serve of Addie Sanamaso and now on the serve of Sydney Henry. Sydney Henry will still have the serve out of the Bulldogs' second and final time out of this first set. She'll rip it far side. Bulldogs have to scramble, and the ball got into the Tigers' side, but Emery Rios trying to pound it down. Had eyes too wide as saucers, and her hand got entwined in the net for a hitting error. Sterling has given away their fair share of balls today with 6 hitting errors in this first set, but still hold the lead 22-20. Serve will be punched down the middle, popped up back row by Sanamaso. Mishandled set by Maker. It came out spinning. Bulldog bench wants a 2-hit. Don't get it. Down the middle, Tigers get the block. Maker turns back the attack with Emery Rios. Third point shut down on the Tiger block in this first set. And much protesting from the University side. R2 reached for a yellow card, and she may have shown it to him. 23-20 as he takes a seat. Serve will be lined down the far side, popped up quickly, back tip near side for Al-Rashed. Quick zero down the middle. Kaylee Johnson, big hammer, and the Sterling Tigers on Johnson's 4th kill of this first set have 4 set points. Brought to you by Horizon Turf Nursery. For 3 decades, they have the finest sod available on the horizon at horizonturfnursery.com. Tigers hand the serve to Jalissa Maker. She'll rip it down the far side. Popped up quickly onto the Tigers side into the radar zone of Kaylee Johnson. 5 kills in the first set. And the Sterling Tigers take set 1 after getting down by as many as 6 by 5, 25-20. Sterling Tiger Volleyball will continue with the University Bulldogs when we come back. You're tuned in to Tiger Volleyball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We welcome you back into Wally Post Gymnasium as we head to set number 2. The Sterling Tigers coming away with a 25-20 win in set number 1. The Sterling Tigers came back from 6 points down en route to the victory in set number 1 over the University Bulldogs. As we head to set number 2, it's brought to you on the Eastern Plains Sports Network by Kuski Oil Company. Fuel transport and propane with farm delivery from a family-oriented company who's now hiring. Want to apply? Call 970-886-2121 and stop by today. The biggest change for the Sterling Tigers was they quit hemorrhaging points. They had given away 8 points of the first 11 points that the University Bulldogs scored, and the Tigers gave away 1 point from that point on. It was 11-6 when the Tigers had given away 8 points. And so from that 11-6 to 25-20, the Sterling Tigers outscored the University Bulldogs 19-9, and the Tigers only gave away 1 point in that 28-point stretch. So good positive things for the Tigers. Now you have to keep it up. I mentioned it in the first set with the freshman Tyler Thomas being called into action as a setter this evening. She needed to get early confidence. She did, had 3 assists in the first set. See if the Tigers can do the same as she starts on the floor in set 2. And the Tigers start with a serve in the hands of Kaylee Johnson. She'll rip the serve near side. Bulldogs chase it down. Far side flat free will be rolled over. Diving dig up by the Tigers once, twice. Sid Henry scrambling to keep it alive. And the second time, Logan Conlon will put it down for the Bulldogs. Both sides have showed incredible hustle so far this evening in trying to keep balls alive and making rallies last a shade longer than you might think they should. Katie Bauer with the serve for the Bulldogs, who were second set in a row in the opening point. Bauer barely eclipses the net on her serve, fielded by Emery Rios. Back set far side. Addie Santamaso popped up quickly. Runner up and a bump free over for the Bulldogs. Chased down by Johnson back row. Thomas will set. She'll go down the middle this time for Jalissa Maker. She collects her third kill of this match. First in this second set. And the Sterling Tigers even it at 1. 5 kills for Kaylee Johnson, 3 apiece for Maker and Henry, 2 for Emery Rios for the Tigers offense, 4 for Conlon, 2 for Alrished, 1 apiece for Rule and Bauer, following a service error for the Sterling Tigers. Third service error of the match for Sterling. And Caitlin Smith will serve for University as they go back to their 6-2 after traversing into the 5-1 in set 1. Dig free back onto the Bulldog side, pounded but dug, chased down and a scramble free over by Henry for the Tigers. Set to the far pin for Conlon. She's blocked back at the net by Henry and Maker. Back near pin, swing comes cross far side, popped up quickly by Johnson. Back row swing for Santamaso, she'll tumble it deep, high dig up by Rule. Set 0 push far side for Alrished, chased down by Thomas. Then Johnson and a free ball over by Sid Henry, and Sid Henry played a beautiful angle on the free for her 4th kill of the match, just trying to keep the rally alive. Will play the angle to the near side, and because of the missteps defensively, Coach Rudiger is trying to find the right spot. He'll bring on junior Brenna Blem, who is their reserve libero. She will replace Chloe Rule on the back row. 2-all. Sid Henry with the serve for the Tigers. Quick 0 down the middle for the Bulldogs. Popped up quickly. Bump set near side Emery Rios. She just couldn't get the hand over the top of that ball quick enough and comes up with the hitting error and the 3-2 University advantage. There's a leprechaun in the middle of the Sterling Tigers student section tonight. Might be the tallest leprechaun in the world. Conlon will spin the serve far side, popped up by Santamaso. Henry sets down the middle, pops it off the block of the net. Does Jalissa Maker for the kill. Jalissa Maker's had a good season for the Sterling Tigers, 54 kills and 38 sets played coming into this evening. She's increasing those numbers tonight. Serve will be line far side for the Tigers by Maker. Free ball back onto the Sterling side. Quick up goes Henry. Down the middle, Johnson tips it to the far line, and it'll find the floor. Tigers getting a little trickery tonight with the way they're playing their offense. Nobody's swinging away. Everybody's swinging tip, and you got to believe as University adjusts, you'll start to see the power of Sid Henry and Kaylee Johnson really come into play. 4-3 Tigers. Serve ripped deep by Maker. Set to the far side. Cross for Rule to the near line. She'll find the floor for the kill. That was the biggest difference in set 1. When things started going awry for the University Bulldogs, they didn't really have an adjustment to what they were trying to do as a hitter. Tigers know what they are tonight, and they've been adjusting to finding the open spots. Alrished with the serve near side, mishandled. She'll pick up an ace. This University team can serve really well. They've gotten the Tigers out of system quite a bit. You know, the volleyball MO is that probably 1 out of every 3 times, if you're a good serving team, you get your team out of system where the setter doesn't have as much to work with, and University definitely eclipses that. Tigers will stay in system off this receive. Emery Rios with the cross far side, dug up back row, set tip near side, finding the line. On the near line is Katie Bauer. That's her second of the match. University out to a lead early here in set number 2 at 6-4. Serve will continue in the hands of Aisha Alrished. Alrished pumps it dead center on Addie Santamaso. Set far side for Rios. She'll roll it. It was headed out, and it was touched by Alrished, who's not a familiar back row player. Take advantage of that one rotation, that half rotation, where the libero is out. And Emery Rios collects her 3rd kill of the match. Gives herself the serve as she'll angle it far side. Back to the near pin, push off the block. Nice cover up high by Rios. Far side backing up Henry. She'll bump that near side, and Santamaso will bump free it down the line. Run up high by Conlon. Set 0 down the middle, push near side, but telegraphed by Bauer. Handed up by Johnson, who's set near pin, and she'll pound it to the floor. That tip works when you don't telegraph it. Everyone in the gym could see the tip coming from Bauer, and the Tigers set up a quick return offense. to get back square at 6. Rios served down dead center once again. Far side, big swing for Rule. Nice take just a bit off the top. She went up for the big power swing and then just kind of change up through that arm through there. Was able to tumble it to the floor. Bulldogs will get their 6-2 substitution on, albeit they're warned here because Paige Heck hadn't come to the line. At the same time, supposed to get all your subs there at the same time. Serve fielded by Johnson, back row. Henry will set near side for Johnson. Johnson trying the running approach, got there just a shade late, and she'll shank the shot. And the Bulldogs up 8-6 here in set 2, but Sterling up 1-0. Whitmire with the serve. She'll pick up the ace as Kaylee Johnson was popped up after the short serve, and Darren Whitmire read that and went right at her. The senior pounds it deep, too deep and out. She went aggressive, but that was way too aggressive. We talked about that in the first set. You don't mind those serves that are long if they're a little long. That was a lot long, and the Tigers had an easy time reading that. Tyler Thomas back on, she'll serve. Thomas had some nice runs of service in the first set, fielded by the Bulldogs. Slide to the near pin, block back on the attack of Bauer by Johnson. Back flat free will be spun over by Conlon. 10-foot line up by Henry, who's set near 10-foot line. She'll spin it deep, but too deep and out. Henry's got 2 and 3 bodies in front of her every time she swings. Even when she's swinging off the 10-foot line, she's still at a double in front of her. Trying to find a way to still score offensively. 10-7 University. Rios dig free right back onto the side of the University Bulldogs and pounded to the floor for Logan Conlon. That's her 5th kill of the match, matching her jersey number. 11-7 lead for the Bulldogs. They'll slip the serve near side on Henry. Back step far side Johnson. She shanked the tip. It crawled the net cord up far side and a swat down the line. Bump free over by Henry after the swat from Conlon. Chased up high, back near pin swing for Heck. She'll cross it on the line, kept up by Rios, and Johnson will run it to the far side. Handed up by Conlon as she traverses the court. Back row swing will come for Rule. Set back near side. Thomas will come for Henry. Nobody touching that one. Sid Henry picks up her 5th. Had to get that rally going a little bit longer to get Sid Henry where she didn't have 4 arms in front of her. But that one worked because you didn't have that middle quite closed over, and she found the floor. Kaylee Johnson with the serve. Knifed far side. Back flat free will come for the Bulldogs, and Rule just trying to keep the rally alive. Found the floor for her 4th kill of the match. So again, Kaylee Johnson unable to get a run of service. One of the team's better servers throughout her high school career. She got robbed of a rotation of a service on a rotation violation in set 1, and I believe has only won 1 point on her serve tonight. 3 free back for the Tigers after a misreceive. Quick up down the middle for the Bulldogs. Off-speed pop off the block for Alriched. Back row couldn't keep it in play, and Alriched down for her 3rd kill. Tigers down 5, and back on comes the libero in Ileana Martinez. She'll replace Kaylee Johnson. That's a rarity that Johnson takes a seat. She's pretty good as a back row, even as a middle. Serve pounded far side, up by Sanamaso, popped up by Thomas. Nice one-handed set to make her better dig far side for Conlon. She'll try to roll it over, but the up official calls the 4-hit violation. And there's going to be a protest by the University bench. Both captains are called to talk with the officials. Now they're asked to step away. I don't know that the first touch that was initially called a touch is actually a touch, and I think that's what R2 is indicating. They'll have to replay the point if that's the case. They will replay the point because it was a block on the touch on the ball over by the Tigers, not an attack, and thus the 4-hit was miswhistled. So the score remains 13-8. Katie Bauer will serve again for the Bulldogs. Dying Quayle finds the floor for the ace, and Coach Shoemaker desperately needs a timeout. It's the 3rd ace of the set already. Libero thought she was going back on. Martinez was yanked back to the bench. 14-8. They'll go with Johnson. Gets a clean receive this time. Thomas backsets for Sid Henry, trying too hard to do something. Did she get the touch? No touch called in spite of the imploring of the Tiger bench. The timeout now has to be taken. Tigers are down 7, 15-8 in this second set. Our timeout is brought to you by Kuhn's Pump and Well Supply. For over 30 years, they've offered services you can only get from a family-owned business. For all your watering needs, call 970-522-2035. Well, if you haven't done so already, make sure you like KPMX Sports on Facebook and Twitter. We have a lot of stuff there for you. We have Eastern Colorado Insider that I try to get out each and every Wednesday. Inside Northeastern comes out on Fridays. Those are two podcasts about our small schools and Northeastern Junior College. Totally Tigers right now. We focus on Coach Rob Buzmeni and the Tiger football team with weekly interviews that he has with Chris Bull-Braum. We get those out there for you every Thursday with the Tigers playing on Friday. And again, as we mentioned earlier, big one coming up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for Tiger football on the road in Kersey against Platte Valley. Out of the Tigers' first time out in this second set, they trail 15-8. They were down 6 in the first set, still won by 5 after running off a 19-9 run following their first time out. So first time out here. See if they can have the same success. Serve received by Johnson. Thomas will bump set down the middle for Maker, turned back by the solo block. There was only one place Maker could go. Al-Rashid denied that spot. It's the first point put down by the Bulldog block this evening. And they're up by 8, 16-8. Bauer spins it down the middle, dig free over and out. That's going to be another ace. University has aced the Tigers 4 times in this second set. University has one service error, that's it. They have not given away points again like they did early in set number 1. Serve tumbled down the middle, popped up quickly by Johnson. Near side Maker hitting pin off the block, dug up back row, far side cross comes from Conlon, popped up by Rios, back near side now Henry, she tries to go far line, too wide and out, another Tiger giveaway. Conversely, with just one hit or one giveaway on the University Bulldogs, the Tigers have 6 giveaways, not counting the receive errors on the aces. 18-8. It's a double-digit lead in this second as University looks to tie us at a set apiece. Santa Maso fields the serve. Near side Maker. She'll tip it short. Can't be kept up on the front row. Jalissa becomes the third Tiger with 5 or more kills already in the match. Johnson has 7. Henry has 5. Santa Maso has the serve. Fielded back row for the Bulldogs. Far side roll, too wide and out goes Conlon. It's the first hitting error of the set for the Bulldogs. Tigers back within 8 as the ball kids have gone to the lobby to get themselves a snack. Santa Maso finally has the ball. She'll pop it far side, off rule, back row, set near side, off the block. Goes the attack of Paige Heck. That's Heck's first kill of the evening, and the 6-2 substitution will commence for University. If you're Sterling, it's less about winning this set. It's more about building momentum to a third. You're down 9. University just 6 away. You'd like to get back to 25-18 or so, maybe even 25-20 by the end of the set. Serve, big one for the Bulldogs. Henry somehow keeps it alive after the misreceived back row on the Smith serve. Back set, far side cross comes from the Bulldogs. Near pin trying to get it into Rios and too wide and out. The power of Mylea Parrish's swing forced that misreceive, and Sterling will take their second time out. Down 10, 5 away from being evened at a set apiece. Timeout is brought to you by Pete's Farmers Co-op since 1915 on Highway 113 in Pete's. Horse, goat, sheep, and cattle feed. All your livestock supplies, 970-334-2204. Volleyball's a funny game. One little thing can go against you, and it'll snowball into something big. And for this Tiger team, it's just the receive. Went on the back of a milk carton. It is a missing child right now. And with the lack of experience in a couple positions this evening on the floor, you know, you have to change maybe the way you've covered something, especially considering you really didn't even have a practice to get this right with the shortened position. So you just have to step in and adjust on the fly. The good news is, knowing Coach Lisa Shoemaker, she's practiced every possible scenario and probably some that'll never see the floor as well. So the girls are used to it at least. They'll adjust their receive out of the timeout. So see if that change helps them here. As Caitlin Smith has the serve. Far side fielded by Sanamaso. Henry setting down the middle, popped over by Maker. Backslide to the near pin. The attack off the block at the net from Parrish. Dug up on the Bulldog side, and a bump free over after a scramble. High slide up by Johnson. Set to the far pin for Henry. Down the line. Diving dig out of the net by the libero Jaden Nation, and then it hit her a second time for a 2-hit violation. Sid Henry collecting kill number 6 and handing herself the serve. Let's see if Kayla Myers can give the Tigers a pop offensively. Henry crawls the net cord, dig right into the radar zone of Jalissa Maker. Boy, she's having a night. That's her 4th kill of this second set. Tigers back within 8, 20-12. Serve for Henry, it'll be spun short. Sliding dig up, 10-foot line, far pin set, blocked back by Maker. Dug free over by the hitter, Alrichet. Henry up, far side swing for Myers. Popped up on the front row, returned back down the near line for Conlon. Chased up high by Henry, and then a spin shot for Rios around the block of the net. Back near side, hop in the block, jump dig by Johnson back row. Rios goes off speed, sliding dig up on the front row, forces scramble as the ball was played on the setter, and the roll will come back deep from Parrish. Up by Johnson, dump set by Henry. Into the block at the net of Alrichet, kept up push over again, handed by Henry. She'll swat it over on the first touch. Nation up, back far side, shank shot, ping, ping, off the Alrichet shot, and a free ball over for Henry. Far side ball off the block and down for the kill for Conlon. But the Tigers and Bulldogs, they had more than an omelet there. Multiple omelets with all the scrambling they had going on, and a palindrome lead for the Bulldogs at 21-12. Serve will be tumbled short by Conlon, popped up by Johnson, back wrap for Rios, swinging down the middle. Bulldogs will get Rule with the swing far side. She'll tool the block of the net. She becomes the second Bulldog with 5 or more kills thus far. Joining Logan Conlon in the lead, and the double-digit lead continues for the Tigers at 22-12, or for the Bulldogs, pardon me, at 22-12. Looking to tie the Tigers at a set apiece. Conlon serve, popped up quickly by Johnson, set for Rios. She'll chip the block at the net and find the floor. That's kill number 4 for Emery Rios. Jalissa Maker to serve for the Sterling Tigers. Serve will be pumped by Maker. Diving dig up, can't get over. It's going to be an ace, at least that's how I'm going to score it, as they never really had control of it on the Bulldogs side. Maker serves the Tigers within 8, 22-14. Jalissa tumbles it far side on Rule, who's set on the far pin. She's off the block, kept up by the Tigers on the front row, and then Rios trying to free it over, frees it into the net. You don't see bad body language on the Tiger side, though. That's something I'm deeming as a positive right now. Cabry Rule will come on to serve for the University Bulldogs, a freshman. I'd gather she's probably related to Chloe Rule. That's just a wild guess. Rule's not a common last name. 23-14, high fly serve from Cabry, fielded by Maker. Near side set for Johnson. She'll go off speed off the block of the net. Cabry Rule diving dig up, and a free ball doesn't get over from Mylea Parrish. 23-15. Emery Rios looking for a couple points here to give a modicum of momentum on the Tigers side. She'll punch it far line, back set, down the line. Goes Mylea Parrish. That's her first kill of the match, and 9 set points for the Bulldogs at 24-15 to take the second set and even us at a set apiece. Serve from Whitmoyer. Backing up Maker. She's fielded back row. Henry sets near side. Johnson crawls the net court around the block. Dug up for the Bulldogs. Rule far side. That's Chloe Rule. Diving dig up. Tiger block in the net. That'll end the set. 25-14. University takes the second. And the Patriot League showdown is even at a set apiece for the Sterling Tigers and the University Bulldogs. It is now best 2 out of 3. And we'll have that next set when we come back. You're tuned in to Tiger Volleyball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back into Wally Post Gymnasium as we head to set number 3. We're tied at a set apiece between the Sterling Tigers and the University Bulldogs. I'm Ben Blackett, very glad you have joined us. Our third set brought to you by Ice Lanes. There's no more entertaining time than bowling with your family and friends. Make sure you take some time to get some bowling in and get great food. Do it at Ice Lanes, 208 North 10th Avenue in Sterling. Tigers take the first set 25-20. University takes the second 25-14. As we head to the third set, both sides trying to give themselves a little bit more momentum with the receive of serve and attack. They take the full 3 minutes between the sets. Do both sides now just breaking the huddle as the horn is sounded. Not that University didn't win that second set dominatingly, but the Tigers gave them a lot of points, and late in the set again, University gave Sterling some points. So both sides cause for concern on their receive. Sterling, of course, limited on their libero capacity this evening. Did change. Ileana Martinez is not the libero anymore for the Sterling Tigers. The Tigers now have gone to, I believe that is Cashley Sheets. Yes, that is Cashley Sheets that will be wearing the libero uniform as we head to the third set. Ileana Martinez was the libero through the first two. So University will start with the serve in the third. Darren Whitmoyer, one of their two setters, will have the serve. It's fielded back row by Jalissa Maker. Thomas will set near side for Henry. She'll spin it onto the back line for the kill for Sid Henry. That is kill number 7 in the match. And Tyla Thomas has done an exceptional job in setting up when she's out there for the 3 rotations. Kaylee Johnson with the serve. A big attack far side from Chloe Rule is too big and out. The Tigers out to a 2-0 lead. The Sterling Tigers have not led early in either of the first 2 sets. Johnson with the serve, backslide to the near side for University, and Katie Bauer puts it down to the floor. So Bauer's third kill, 1 in each set, gives University their first points, and Chloe Rule will head to the serve. Tigers field the serve far side with Addie Sanamaso. Thomas will set. Down the middle, roll shot, looking for the floor was Henry, and she'll find it as there was no control on the University side. Already 2 kills in the set for Sydney Henry. 8 now in the match off those 2 kills. The Sterling Tigers with a 3-1 advantage, and Addie Sanamaso with a serve once again. Fielded far side, set far pin, big cross. Finding the floor is Logan Conlon, best hitter of the night for the University Bulldogs, collecting her 7th of the match. The Sterling Tigers up 3-2. Serve will be ripped down the middle, fielded back row by Johnson. Quick set, big pop off the block at the net, and Jalissa Maker with her 7th kill of the match. Maker is having herself a monumental evening. How about that 3 rotation for Tyla Thomas for the Tigers? They got 3 in-system kills with her as the setter, the freshman who is seeing her first varsity action of the season tonight. Tigers block couldn't turn back the big attack from Aisha Al-Rashed. It rolled down the bellies at the front row, and she'll pick up kill number 4. 4-3 Sterling in this 3rd set. Caitlin Smith, part of the 6-2 rotation for the Bulldogs. 2 serve. Mylea Parrish is the right side hitter with this. Smith serve fielded near side by Johnson. Set to the near pin. Off the block of the net goes Myers. Nice diving dig back row. Roll shot back. Did not catch the block from Conlon. She'll top it into the tape, not the block, and a 4-hit violation for the University Bulldogs. Puts the Tigers up 5-3 and hands the serve to Jalissa Maker. Maker powers it down the middle, popped up back row, set far side. Off the block of the net goes the attack of Conlon, and it'll be turned down. That'll be Kaylee Myers with the touch on the block. Tigers put down 3 points on their block in the first set, none last set. See if they can get that blocking game going and sway the momentum in this one as Cashley Sheets is in on the back row. Defending for the Tigers for Sanamaso. The dig nearly goes onto the Tigers' side. The ball went over the net on the set for Caitlin Smith. That is a back row player playing the ball in an offensive manner higher than the net. Thus, violation and hitting error, 7-3 Sterling. Serve just too big and out for Jalissa Maker. Tigers still hold the early 3-point edge, and Logan Conlon will have the serve. Conlon tumbles it near side, mishandled. The Tigers trying to keep it on their side with Sid Henry, and she'll get tagged with a ball handling error. She knew she couldn't tip the ball over because she's a back row setter right now, and she tried to palm it and kept it on her side wrong. Again, misreceived. Johnson will be set near pin. She'll top it into the block at the net. Johnson didn't commit the hitting error. Then Henry keeps it alive out of the net, and the free ball over by Kaylee Myers will be mishandled back row. Much protesting from Coach Rudiger for the University Bulldogs on a couple things on that equation. And Emery Rios with the serve at 8-5. No overturn on the protest. Dig free back onto the Tiger side. Kaylee Johnson says, "Thank you very much," and rips it to the floor for her 8th kill, tying Sydney Henry for the Tigers' lead in the match. Rios. High arcing serve deep, fielded by Nation back row. Far pin set for Rule. Rule off the block of Myers, and Johnson will come up with the tool kill. Kill number 6 in the match for her. And back to serve goes Alrished for the Bulldogs. She'll slide it near side on Johnson, who's wrapped back down the middle for Henry. And she was turned back at the net on the block of Katie Bauer. Just a second point shut down by the Bulldog block this evening. Tigers were up 7-3, now up 9-7 in this third. Tied at a set apiece. Serve fielded cleanly near side by Johnson. Set for Johnson with a running approach. She crawls the net court around the block and finds the floor for her 9th kill of the match. Sydney Henry, the more experienced of the two setters on the floor this evening. The Tigers only had 1 kill in their offensive system on her 3 rotations on the back row. Tyler Thomas, who just returned in, had 3 her first time. The freshman will take the serve. She'll spin it down the middle. Popped up back row by Conlon. Quick set block at the net by Johnson and Henry. Far pin now Rule. She'll roll it over the block and find the floor for the kill. Chloe Rule with her 7th kill of the match. 6-2 substitution for the University Bulldogs as the Sterling Tigers look to maintain the early edge that they have built. Darren Whitmoyer will have the serve. Whitmoyer spins it near side on Henry. Set for Henry, mistimed approach. She'll just spin it free to the 10-foot line. Quick zero down the middle, the block there. Couldn't turn it back. And the kill for Bauer. That's the danger in just bump freeing it over. And Coach Shoemaker takes a quick timeout. Conservative is fine. Too conservative is not fine. And I'm talking about volleyball here, not anything else. As our timeout is brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. Eastern Colorado is a way of life, providing credit and related services to farmers and ag producers for more than 100 years. Visit premieraca.com. You don't mind that bump free when you mistime your approach or whatever, but just to bump free at dead center to the 10-foot line, that was just a little mental miscue for the Tigers, and you've got to quickly get that right. You've got to put yourself in a position where if you're going to bump free it on a line, push it deep, give your team time to get back in position, and don't just give University and the height and powerful hitters they have a free ball down the middle with essentially a solo block in front of them. The double was there, but couldn't close in time because of the short free or roll shot. It gives some spin or something on that ball there. I've seen the Tigers do that a couple times in the second set early that kind of caused that run to causing University win the set 25-14 in the quick timeout. Coach Shoemaker recognized it there as well. Whitmoyer will have the serve out of the timeout. Thomas will set coming near side for Sid Henry. Go to her as a hitter. She picks up her 3rd kill of the set. Henry with 9 in the match ends the run and hands the serve to Kaylee Johnson, who's only won 1 point on her service this evening. And it will stay there as she promptly lines it into the net. Johnson, notorious for her serving prowess, just hasn't gotten going on this Thursday evening. Tigers have been off for 9 days, preparing for this intense stretch of volleyball. Near side, Henry will be set. She's blocked back. Rios covers it up, back onto the Bulldog side. It was whistling out. Sanamaso touched it, and Katie Bauer will collect her 5th kill of the match. 3rd Bulldog eclipsing the 5 threshold. Tigers have 3 there as well. Each team have 1 at 4 as well. Aisha Al-Rashed for University and Emery Rios for Sterling. And now an ace has given the University Bulldogs a lead at 12-11 from Chloe Rule's first of the match. First of the set, 7th of the match for the University Bulldogs of Sterling. In comes the new libero Cashley Sheets. Sanamaso will field the serve far side. Set to the near pin for Henry. She'll roll it deep. Up by Rule back row. Set to the far pin. Big swing to the near side for Conlon. She has 8. That leads the Bulldogs. And the Tigers are going to make a change here. Taylor Simance will be on the floor replacing Addie Sanamaso. The freshman will rotate as the outside 2 for the time being. 13-11. Serve fielded. Thomas will set down the middle for Henry. She'll roll it near the 10-foot line. Popped up quickly. Back set near side. Block at the net for Jalissa Maker on the Bulldog attack. Again, Maker up. No touch signaled on the swing from Bauer. So she's just 2 wide and out. Double was there kind of sloppily there. That was one of the times that sloppy was a good thing. So now Santa Masa will come back onto the floor for the Sterling Tigers. She will serve. And Santa Masa, who has a great service run in the first set, will rip it deep. Too big and out go the Bulldogs. A hitting error for Bauer. That's back-to-back for the junior middle, and we're square at 13. Santa Masa too aggressive on the serve this time. She was a extra bite of Wheaties, a hit in the back wall on the fly. Tigers' third service error this set. University up 14-13, and Bauer will serve. Bauer spins it down the middle, popped up by Johnson. Henry on the front row as the setter on that first touch tips it down. She's in double figures with 10 kills, 4 in this set. When Henry is front right, the Tigers going with her as the first touch in the rally for the setter to speed things up. She now back right, 14 all, and promptly lines the serve into the net. Boy, if Sterling has to run lines for service errors, tomorrow's practice is going to be exhausting. 15-14. You eliminate a portion of those service errors, and this is maybe an entirely different match. University's not been much better in that regard. Too big and out goes Caitlin Smith. That's the first of the set, but they have had a lot of poorly placed serves at crucial junctures in this match. 15 all. Wilson Maker with the serve, Fiota back row for the Bulldogs. Quick touch into the block at the net, but the block got in the net on the tip from Al-Rashed. Kaylee Johnson caught the net coming down. She tipped the ball down, but then got entwined in the twine, I believe. Could have been Kaylee Myers who was there as well. I did not see the indication. 16-15 University, serve fielded back row by Cashley Sheets. Far side Emery Rios, roll shot, just too long and out. She tried to nestle it on the back line. It looked right there, but the line judge right on top of it. And University has the lead at 17-15. Tigers only have one timeout left in this set, but may think about using it soon. Kaylee Johnson trying to swing it, powers it deep for Conlon. Quick touch down the middle, covered up high back row by Maker. Second ball touched over by Johnson, back near side, hopping the block in the net of the Bulldogs. Run up by Sheets, down the middle, Johnson, she'll crawl the net cord. Far side dug up high, far side rule for University, hops the block. High up by Henry to allow the Tigers to scramble. Near side Sheets comes, bump free over by Rios. 10-foot line up, played on the setter. Far side Rule would get it out of system, crosses it to the near corner, and Chloe Rule finds her third kill of the set, 8th of the match. Lead is out to 3 at 18-15. Bulldogs have uncorked a 3-0 run on the service of Logan Conlon, who serves again and serves it too big and out. Those 3-0 runs are key, especially when you win them a multitude of ways. If your opponent is giving you points, you follow it up with something here as well. Tigers have Santa Masa in on the front row. She came in on the back row for Simance. Now will be in as a hitter and blocker. And off the near side, Al-Rashed becomes the fourth Bulldog with 5 or more kills as she pumps it to the floor. And now Santa Masa will take a seat for Simance. Trying to find the right combination as Coach Shoemaker will crouch down and talk with Addie Santa Masa after pulling her off the floor. Johnson near side, rips it down the line for the kill. Kaylee Johnson, the second Tiger in double figures. And again, Tigers winning out of system points with Sid Henry as their setter. After through the first 2 sets, they were winning all their in-system points when she was out there. 19-17 University in the third. Tumble serve from the just entered in Tyler Thomas. Backs that far side, ball played on Thomas. Simance backing up. She was the one that had to get to that ball, but not within the rhythm of the offense. She just couldn't find that ball off the dig, knowing it had been played on the setter. A lot of freshmen seeing time tonight for the Sterling Tigers. 2017. Whitmoyer shanks the serve into the net for the University Bulldogs. They had a real opportunity there. You win that point, you go up by 4, you put all the pressure on Sterling. But now Sterling back within 2, and to the line to serve Kaylee Johnson. She'll power the serve near side on Jaden Nation. Back set off the block of the net goes the attack of Katie Bauer. Ball up quickly. Tigers can't get it back over cleanly. And the Tigers another giveaway in this one. 21-18, and back on comes Addie Sanamaso for the Tigers as they mix and match that outside 2 position. Serve will be tumbled near side, popped up quickly. Throw the set to the near side for Henry, who will set it to the far side. Run down by Nation in the back corner. Back row swing for Rule. Shanks it, tops it into the net. So the Sterling Tigers down 21-19, and Sanamaso will look to serve. She'll power the serve down the middle and kept alive for University and freed over. Tigers trying to quickly get it back up. Henry near side, Rios, she'll pop it short. Chopped up high, scramble for the Bulldogs. Far side swing, tops it into the block at the net, does Conlon. Back onto the Tiger side, Henry turns, dumps it short. Diving dig up by Nation. Backslide to the near pin, shank shot into the net for Paige Heck. Tigers should have won that point a lot earlier in that rally, but a great scramble for University forced it longer. Tigers still found a way to get back within 1, down 21-20, and University, who has 2 timeouts remaining, will take one of those 2 timeouts. It's brought to you by Rudy's Tires, your one-stop on-the-spot tire headquarters. Roll with one of their 7 locations across the plains. Rudy's Tires is online at rudysgto.com. A big volleyball match tonight, big one tomorrow night at 5:30 p.m. on 94.5 The Ranch. The number 1 ranked Briggsdale Falcons against the number 2 ranked Fleming Wildcats. And then Saturday afternoon, I believe that is a 1 o'clock start time, if my memory serves me correct, in Parker for the Sterling Tiger volleyball team. They take on number 5 and number 4 in the state this week. You know, just a couple important matches. And of course, that long-standing rivalry with the Lutheran Lions will be renewed on Saturday with that regular season showdown. The Sterling Tigers then next week on the road at Estes on Tuesday. Yuma on Thursday. Will be in Yuma on Thursday, and then they'll see Liberty Common for their pink out match on Tuesday, October 19th. Go to Frontier on the 21st, and then that big Tiger tournament that they'll host Saturday, October 23rd. Tigers down 21-20 out of University's first timeout. Serve powered far side on Conlon down the middle. The set to Katie Bauer. She is having a massive 3rd set. That's her 4th kill. She now has 6 in the match, 22-20. Now the Tigers going to a 5-1. Henry is a front row setter as they sit down Thomas for the libero Cashley Sheets. Serve far side, fielded by Sanamaso. Henry will set, back row swing for Johnson. She goes off speed, diving dig, pancaked up. Quick near side, 2 wide and out. The block missed Alrished, and she committed the hitting error. Tigers back to within 1. Tigers, did they make that substitution correct? I don't know that they did. In on the front row came Kaylee Myers. Hopping off the block of the net, ball popped up quickly. Throw the set to the near side, roll shot for Rios, slid up quickly. Back row swing will come for Rule, diving dig up by Johnson. Henry will set, coming near side for Rios, topping it deep. Slid out backside by Rule, swatted back over on the second touch. Henry back near side Rios, she'll go off speed near line. Played by the setter, forces scramble. Far side swing for Conlon, she'll roll it line. Played on Henry, Johnson underneath it. She'll bump set for Henry, who will swing back far side. Diving dig out by Nation, back set near side. Roll shot into the block at the net by Paige Heck. And University wins the long rally to make it 23-21 Bulldogs. Their 6-2 substitution comes in, and Caitlin Smith, the setter, will serve. Tied at a set apiece. Winner goes up 2-1. This has been a pretty close one all the way through. So serve will be 2, big and out. 3rd service error of the match for Caitlin Smith. 2nd this set alone. University had 2 service errors through the first 2 sets. They have 4 in this 3rd. Tigers have to take advantage as Jalissa Maker steps back to serve. She'll rip it far side. Nice receive for the Bulldogs, and Conlon will roll it, hopping off the block of the net. Henry chases it down. Now Maker, and then a bump free played over by Johnson. Run up near side by Rule. Back set to the near pin. Swing off the block at the net, and down to the floor goes Malia Parrish. Her second kill of the match, and a pair of set points for the University Bulldogs at 24-22. I think Coach Shoemaker has a timeout she can use here, but I don't believe she's going to. No, she's not. Logan Conlon will serve for the Bulldogs. Conlon tumbles it near side on Johnson. Henry back sets far side. Rios just too big and out on the swing, and set three goes the same way as set two, but this one much closer, 25-22. University holds the lead on the Sterling Tigers as we head to set number 4. We'll be back with more coverage on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We welcome you back into Wally Post as we head to set number 4. The Sterling Tigers trailing the University Bulldogs 2-1. Our fourth set is brought to you by Better Electric. Everyone uses electricity, whether you need new construction, remodel, agriculture, or livestock applications. Call 970-521. Better Electric will even offer you 24/7 emergency services. Tigers won the first set 25-20. University dominated the second 25-14. Third much closer, but University pulled away at the end en route to a 25-22 win. We head to the fourth. Tigers still going right to left, University left to right. We'll have to see where the Tigers work here because they've tried a whole host of different things, shorthanded a couple key players this evening, including their traditional second setter, Shaylee Ulrich. But I've been impressed so far with Tyler Thomas and what she's done. She did a good job of keeping him in system, but had to have the additional hitting opportunity and receive opportunity out there late as she came off. Tigers will have the serve in the hands of the aforementioned Tyler Thomas to start the fourth. She'll spin it far side, miss the far line, too wide and out. That's been one of the biggest bugaboos the Sterling Tigers have dealt with this evening. That is their 8th service error. We played just more than 3 sets, and a lot of them have been that. Not aggressive serves that are just short. They've just been shanked serves. Serve fielded, Tigers down 1-0 by Rios. Flat free over by Johnson to the near side. Popped up by Whitmore. Scramble far side. Roll will come over from the Bulldogs leading hitter Conlon. Set down the middle for Johnson. Did she catch block? No, she didn't. Too big and out for Kaylee Johnson. One of 2 Tigers at 10 kills this evening. And a quick substitution for the Sterling Tigers. It's Ileana Martinez, who began the match as the libero. She is now on for Tyla Thomas, and she will be setting, backing far side to Kaylee Johnson, who pops it off the block at the net for the kill. I've only seen Ileana Martinez used as a libero on the junior varsity level. But she's working as a setter and put a nice ball up there as the Bulldogs will free it over off to the Johnson serve, and Martinez will turn and swat it over on the dump. Back row swing, powered into the block at the net by Rule, kept up for the Bulldogs. Far side Conlon, she's blocked back at the net by Sanamaso and Maker. Now near side over the top of the block goes the attack. Johnson pops it up. Martinez bumps that down the middle. Maker, she's blocked back. Turned down by Katie Bauer. Bauer's maybe been the most consistent Bulldog this evening. 6 kills, 2 blocks, pair of aces. Speaking of aces, she's at the line with University up 3-1. Serve will be ripped to the far side corner, picks up her 3rd ace. Tigers 8 service errors and 8 times being aced. And now the down official has blown her whistle and is trying to set everyone in the right spot. I don't know if initially, I'm pretty sure Sid Henry's your captain, so I don't think that that's the issue, that there's not a captain on the floor. Didn't look like they changed everything. Nobody really moved. 4-1. Serve fielded far side by Sanamaso, but it went backwards. Bump free over by Jalissa Maker. Quick down the middle for the Bulldogs. Turn push far line, 2 wide and out goes Aisha Alrashed. Alrashed's season numbers are pretty darn good, but she's been used sporadically as at best as an offensive option this evening. A lot of pin hitting for the University Bulldogs. Sanamaso with the serve down 4-2, fielded far side. Far pin swing off the block of the net goes the attack of Conlon. Back row swing Rule, too big and out goes her attack. The University is giving points away to start this set, something they haven't done early in any of the previous 3. Sterling needs to take advantage. Sanamaso firing the serve far side on Conlon, who will get the 10-foot line swing. She'll cross it near side, dug up by Sanamaso, and it goes out. Conlon 9 kills, 1 shy of double figures. Bulldogs have 8 from Chloe Rule, 6 from Bauer, 5 from Alrashed. Tigers have 10 apiece from, or 10 from Henry, 11 from Johnson, 7 from Maker, and 4 from Emery Rios. So both sides have got their offense going. It's just been that back row that has been askew for Sterling. And it is again off the receive, and Johnson will get the bump free back over. Quick set, far side push line. Tigers crept back, and Alrashed finds the floor for the kill. Good change of the eye angle with her approach there. She was pushing toward the near line, and now the Tigers will go back to Tyla Thomas as the setter. Caitlin Smith with the serve, fielded by Kaylee Johnson, and setting on the first touch, Sid Henry. She was front right. She dumps it down for her 11th kill of the match. 6-4 lead for the Bulldogs. Henry with the serve. She'll pump it far side on Conlon, who will get the swing. Rolled near side. Ashley Sheets let it go, and she knew as soon as she turned to her right that it was not going to get out like she anticipated. Couple rolls on the floor as the mental reminder of what she needs to do. 7-4 lead for the University Bulldogs. Serve fielded back row, handed up once, twice, and then dumped over by Henry. Forces the Bulldogs to scramble. They weren't ready for that dump. Gets back onto the Tiger side. Quick touch back for Maker. Hand, and a bump free over for the Bulldogs from Alrashed. Swatted back quickly by the Tigers. Out of system, back near side. Hitting it into the net is Mylea Parrish. So the Tigers just trying to muck it up a little bit. Kind of like the New Jersey Devils used to do in the NHL back when the Avalanche and they were competing for the top spots in the late 90s. You just muck it up in the middle, see if you can't get a point there, get the opponent out of system. It definitely worked. And, well, Tigers were in the net, nearly worked there once again. Kaylee Myers trying to block a free ball, got entangled. Fourth blocking error of the night for the Tigers, who were down 8-5 in this fourth set. Aisha Alrashed spins it far side on Emery Rios. Henry will set near side. Kaylee Johnson, big hammer, puts it down to the floor. She has a dozen this evening, one shy of her jersey number. That's just the second point the Tigers have won in system in this set. They've been doing a lot of scrambling. Down 8-6 as Emery Rios will fire the serve far side. Backslide to the near pin, cross, diving elbow dig by Henry on the big attack from Parrish. Ball will be run over far side and cross back near for the Bulldogs. Henry underneath it will set for Kaylee Johnson. She hops it off a jump dig on the back row. She's got a baker's dozen this evening. Tigers starting to heat back up, looking to force us to a fifth set. They're down just 1-8-7. Emery Rios with the serve. She'll fire it far side. Back set, near side, push shot near line from Parrish. Ball popped up quickly, set for Santa Maso. She'll cross it far line, diving dig up by Nation. Set far side, Rulu goes off speed around the block and finds the floor for the kill. Chloe Rule now with 9 in the match for the University Bulldogs. The Sterling Tigers thwarted in their effort to come up with the tie. 6-2 substitution for the Bulldogs as Darren Whitmore, the setter, is now on serving. Here on 105.7 KPMX Sterling, it's Tiger Volleyball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Henry will set near side for Johnson, who rolls it into the double, popped right back into her radar zone, swatted deep on Conlon. Set far side, Rule off speed, popped up high by Santa Maso. Henry will bump set it to Santa Maso near side, tried to turn her hips and get that ball over, but turned too early and committed the hitting error. Whitmore fires the serve far side, dig free back onto the University Bulldog side. Quick zero down the middle and down to the floor goes Katie Bauer for the kill. That's 7 on the night for her, and the Bulldogs are up 11-7, and Coach Shoemaker looking at her bench. She'll go back to Simance for Santa Maso. Trying to find the hot hand right now. And it's more of a hot hand on the defensive end. Set for Johnson. She's definitely the hot hand offensively. Diving dig out back row. Far side roll shot. Finding the floor is Rule. She's in double figures with 10. So each team has 2 players in double figures in kills. A little bit more depth on the University side has allowed them to grow their lead to 5 in the fourth. 12-7. They're up on Sterling 2-1. Serve clips the net court. Diving dig up by Rios. Henry will set. Off the block of the net goes Myers. Run down for the Bulldogs. They're out of their system. Back row swing for Conlon, and she'll top it into the net. If the Tigers can find that setter in the 6-2 and play their attacks in her angle, University is not winning points out of their offensive system. In fact, I think University only has 5 total points this evening, 1 when the setter isn't the second touch on the ball. Shank serve for Tyler Thomas, who just came back in. 9th service error on the night for the Sterling Tigers. See if the freshman can spark something. Henry and Johnson both on the front row. This is a pretty good offensive rotation for Sterling. Serve short, fielded by Henry. Thomas will set for Henry near pin. Goes line, finds the floor, and the kill. Sid Henry has a dozen this evening. Even with the double in her face, the Tigers said, we're going to Sid Henry. Stop us. And Sid's kind of tough to stop when she set that perfectly. Kaylee Johnson with the serve, trying to win just her second point on service tonight. Far side, she'll get it. Too big and out goes the attack of Conlon. The hitting error is beginning to mount again for University. They already have 5 of them in this fourth set, and a rotation violation. University tried to adjust their defense, and I believe in wrapping Conlon and Rule both back. Someone got outside of someone they shouldn't. Still some confusion. Johnson will serve again. It's clean this time with the Tigers down 2. Swat over by the left. It's going to be called a carry from Katie Bauer as the set got on top of her, and she ended up having to fling it over with the forearm. Not legal as it's called a carry. Tigers within 1, and Kaylee Johnson will serve once again. She fires it too big and out, but her service rotation got the Tigers back into this. That is the 10th service error of the night, however. Back to serve goes Katie Bauer. Tigers shimmying around defensively, trying to get in the right rotation. All that movement apparently Katie Bauer awry, and she lines it into the net. So the Bulldogs with that rotation violation and then the service error on the last couple, Sterling has been able to put together a nice little run. Santa Masa with the serve, backs at near side, hopping the block at the net was Paige Heck for her 3rd kill. 7 giveaways for the University Bulldogs in this 4th set. 6-2 substitution commences. Sterling has 6 with the service errors, hitting errors, and the 1 blocking error. 15-13 Bulldogs, 10 away from winning in 4. Serve barely eclipses the net from Caitlin Smith. Rios near side, roll shot played powerfully and deep. Up my nation, quick down the middle for Rule, and Rule off the block, couldn't be dug cleanly. That's 11 kills for the senior hitter for the University Bulldogs, and 16-13, they're 9 away. Each side does have a timeout remaining here in this 4th set. Actually, I think they both have both. Mislabeled on the scoreboard. Kaylee Johnson misreceives the serve, and the dig goes over everyone's head and lands on the back line. Now, Cashley Sheets comes back on for Kaylee Myers. 16-14, and that's a rotation violation. Sheets came on for Tyla Thomas. So in order for the Tigers to have made that rotation correctly, they have to rotate Thomas out to get her in. That was the same thing I caught at the end of the 3rd set that I didn't think was right. It wasn't, because it was whistled here in the 4th, and it's now 17-14 in favor of the University Bulldogs, and the Tigers have asked for a lineup check to ensure that everyone is indeed in the right position. The libero can come in and out as much as she pleases, but she has to exit for the same player she went in for. That was the problem that tumbled the Tigers there. They've got to recover quickly because they're down 3, and University is just 8 away from winning in 4. Logan Conlon with the serve, fielded back row by Rios, dug onto the Bulldog side, right into the radar zone of Rule. 12 kills on the night for Chloe Rule. 18-14. One more, and then you're probably going to see a timeout from Coach Shoemaker again. Serve will be spun far side, fielded by Emery Rios, who's set down the middle. She rolls it into the double. She'll pick up her 5th kill of the match. She'd been stuck at 4 since early in set 2. Sterling Tigers are trying to claw back, and back to serve goes Jalissa Maker. Serve fielded back row. Back flat 3, too big and out from Mylea Parrish. So Parrish, another hitting error. The Bulldogs, another hitting error. That's now 7 in the set. The Sterling Tigers are back within 2. Serve powered down the middle, backing up the Bulldogs, and a tip shot finds the floor for Aisha Alrashed. She matches her jersey number with her 7th kill of the evening. And she'll give herself the serve. 19-16 University in this fourth set, up 2-1. Maker fields the serve, back row. Rios will get the swing back. She did not get a great jump, but used the upper body strength to muscle that ball over and find the floor. 6th kill of the match for Emery Rios. Rios will serve at 19-17. High fly serve, far side, fielded by Conlon. Set to the far pin, Rule, she'll roll it near side. Rios diving, dig free back onto the Bulldog side. They scramble, back down the middle goes the attack of Mylea Parrish, and she'll pop the block of Johnson, trying to turn it back for the kill to make it 20-17. 6-2 substitution. I know the thought process is always block, but the Tigers may have been better not to have been blocking there, given as out of a system as University was. Serve fielded back row by Maker. Henry, she'll set near side, swing far side for Johnson, scrambled up high, and the ball dumped over in short. Quick return back by Henry. She saw the back door open and slammed it right in there. The 13th kill of the match for Sid Henry on a free ball. As back onto the floor will come Tyla Thomas. Freshman called to action tonight. Will serve once again. She'll tumble it far side on Chloe Rule, who's calling for it, but instead they go near side. Dig free over on the attack of Bauer on the nice receive from Rios. Now they'll go Rule, who swats it far side, and Thomas, trying to be the setter, had slid too far forward, and Maker didn't slide to her right to cover it. And that's a kill for Chloe Rule. She has 13, tying Sid Henry and Kaylee Johnson for the match lead. Gives herself the serve for away are the Bulldogs. Rule will pop it down the far side, fielded by Maker. Thomas sets near side. Henry spins it short, keeping the Bulldogs out of system. Far side swing for Conlon. Dug free back onto the Bulldog side, right into the radar zone of Conlon, who tried to pump back up and ripped it too big and out. She has 2 kills and 3 hitting errors in this set. She has been all awry. Tigers down 21-19, and Kaylee Johnson will serve. Crawls the net cord and gets over. Back flat free will come over for the Bulldogs, up by Rios. Thomas underneath it. She'll set near side for Henry, who goes off speed. Dug up high, back row by Nation. Far pin for Conlon, pushed over, up by Henry. Free ball over by Maker on the second touch. Quick back down the middle go the Bulldogs. The block there in Henry and Maker to turn back the first attack. Second gets through. Thomas pops it up. Johnson trying to chase it down. Kept alive by Maker. She'll free it over on the third. Bulldogs quickly up far side Conlon line. Again plays it on the setter Thomas. Santa Masa will bump set. A high arcer down the middle for Maker. She'll spin it near side. Diving dig up by Whitmore. Back to the near pin. Hopping the block of the net is the attack of Parrish. Popped up quickly and a bump free over by Santa Masa, but too wide and out. Tigers scrambled so exceptionally well in that sequence and just could not find a way to stay in long enough. Santa Masa replaced by Simance on the Tigers side, 22-19. Sterling trails in this fourth. The serve in the hands of Katie Bauer. Bauer arcing it far side, up by Rios. Tigers whistled for a rotation violation. Rios and Johnson, I believe, were flip-flopped on the back line. Now the Tigers will wrap Maker back to receive, 23-19. Power serve, fielded by Johnson back row. Thomas with the bump set coming near side for Sid Henry. She'll rip it to the floor. Her 14th kill of the match. Again, the Tigers said we're going to number 2, and number 2 still put it down. Santa Masa on to serve for the Tigers. The freshman who's been in and out as that outside 2, has always been the server in this spot. Santa Masa pumps it far side, fielded back row for the Bulldogs. Slide push near line, diving dig up by Santa Masa on the attack of Alrished. And then the Bulldogs got called for a carry by Paige Heck as the ball was pushed over. 23-21, they're back to within 2. Santa Masa Tumbles it down the middle, popped up high, back row. Throw set to the far pin for Conlon. Sliding dig out back row by Johnson. Thomas will back that far side. Henry chips line. Handed up quickly, Conlon down the middle. Push to the far corner by Alrished. Chased down by Johnson. Santamasa trying to bump free it to keep it alive. Bumped it into the antenna. And the Tigers face a trio of match points down. Santamasa will be replaced by Cashley Sheets. On to serve for the University Bulldogs is Caitlin Smith, their freshman setter. Smith fires it near side on Rios. Henry setting down the middle. Maker rolls it down the belly of the double, kept alive. Everyone stands around like an awkward middle school dance and watches the second touch fall to the floor. Still match point for University, but now 24-22. In on the front row for the Sterling Tigers comes Kaylee Myers, and Sydney Henry will have the serve. Henry ripping it far side, mishandled back row, scramble to keep it alive, and a backswing will come from Rule, fielded high up by Sheets. Henry will set near side. Rios goes off speed, diving dig, can't be played cleanly. Emery Rios' 7th kill staves off another for the Tigers. Still match point at 24-23, and a timeout for the University Bulldogs. Western Engineering Consultants has pride in building their community, and you can get your project started today at westerneci.com. You want to talk about a project? Tonight has been a project for Sterling Tiger Volleyball. Down their setter with no practice to get yourself in the right system to understand what you're going to do, throwing a freshman in there, still already using a ton of freshmen, and still continuing to have to learn and adjust against one of the best teams in the state of Colorado. I can tell you the volleyball IQ of these girls is growing tonight, if nothing else, because of all the little changes that you've had to make, shuffling Simons in for Santamasa, having a libero change in the middle of the match, utilizing your starting libero as a setter, and still finding a way to be in this match. Still one more match point down for the Sterling Tigers at 24-23 in this fourth set. Senior Sydney Henry will have the serve out of the University Bulldog timeout. Henry pops it deep, played near the back line, set to the far pin for Conlon down the line, arced up quickly by Henry. Rios up, down the middle, goes Maker, tips it to the far line, and the Sterling Tigers go extras. Jalissa Maker with her 8th kill of the match, first in this fourth set. At 24 all, serve will be powered far side. Quick set, Bulldogs mishandle it. Maker will swat it back after the free ball over. Quick set down the middle, off the block at the net, and down to the floor goes Aisha Alrished. Alrished with her 8th kill of the match. A fourth set or match point for the University Bulldogs at 25-24. Ball came rolling onto the floor. They have to pull it away, and Logan Conlon, the senior for the Bulldogs, to serve to try and win in for again for University. She'll fire it far side, popped up quickly by Rios. Set for Rios, she'll rip it down again. Emery Rios coming up huge in this fourth set. That's her 4th kill, 8th of the match. Tigers hand the serve to Jalissa Maker at 25 all. Maker rifling in near side, dug up, backswing will come off the near side from Parrish. Dug up quickly, set to the pin for Rios, hops the block at the net, ball popped up quickly, set far side, Rule pushed into the block of the net of Johnson and Myers, and then she'll roll it over somehow with no block in front of her and find the floor. Chloe Rule with her 6th kill of this set. Her 14th of the match gives the Bulldogs a 5th match point at 26-25, and on to serve for University will come Brenna Blem, the junior defensive specialist. She serves in the spot of Alrished, who's had a little trouble on the service game tonight. Blem fires it too big and out. She has trouble as well, and will continue here in the fourth set as the Tigers have now staved off 5 match points. And now University having a substitution shenanigan. The Tigers have already had a couple rotation violations in this fourth set because of a similar situation. Bring the middle back in and then the libero out at 26 all. Rios with the serve. She'll rip it far side on Rule, scramble out of system, and a back flat free will come for the Bulldogs. Run up high by Maker. Henry will set down the middle for Kaylee Johnson. She finds the floor for the kill. Kaylee Johnson with 14. The Tigers now have a set point to send us to a fifth at 27-26 on the serve of Emery Rios. Rios flying it deep, popped up by Rule, back row. Set far side for Rule, she'll roll it near side, up by Rios. Henry underneath it, back set far side, Johnson, she powers it in! The Sterling Tigers stave off 5 match points and send us to set number 5, winning the fourth 28-26. Yeah, this is good volleyball. Fifth set next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Sterling Tigers stave off 5 match points and win 28-26 in the fourth set as we welcome you back to Wally Post Gymnasium in a matchup between two teams that are ranked so highly in the state. Why not go 5? Sterling Tigers, University Bulldogs. It's first to 15 by 2. And our fifth set is brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. At exit 66A, when traveling on I-76, stop by for a gem of a place, auto accessories, gas, and fresh cooked food from an actual kitchen at Stubbs Gas and Oil. The Sterling Tigers, they've thrown everything against the wall, and some of it is stuck, and now they have to figure out what will stick for this fifth set. Largely using Tyler Thomas as the setter, but we did see him go 5-1 a lot with Sid Henry all the way around in that fourth set. And the Tigers will be using that 5-1. Kaylee Myers will serve to start this fifth set. Tyler Thomas will not be in, so it appears to me that they will be using Sid Henry as only a setter in this fifth set, at least based on the starting rotation, but we all know how much change likely will happen on the Tigers side. Tigers going right to left. University, they've had some great players, including a huge fourth set from Chloe Rule. She had 6 kills, now has 14 in the match. And for the first serve tonight, Kaylee Myers, she'll whistle it too long and out. Tigers have 11 service errors this evening. Tyla Thomas will come in. She did have 2 service errors in the fourth, so maybe that was just a substitute or a service substitution. University wins the first point of the set, and their serve is fielded by Rio's far side. Thomas sets for Sid Henry. She'll ping the block of the net. Handed up quickly, back set near side, angle far from Paige Heck. Fielded by Thomas. Bumps that out of the back row from the Tigers and Maker. Henry's attack far side fielded, and then a turn swat off the block down the middle for Katie Bauer. Bauer with her 8th kill of the match has had a pretty consistent night as one of the 2 middles for the Bulldogs. They're up 2-0 to start this 5th set. Chloe Rule with the serve. She'll fire in near side on Henry. Thomas will back set, 2-hit violation. First time she's been tagged with a ball handling error this evening. Just the 2nd ball handling error on the Tigers, 3 on the Bulldogs, and a 3-0 lead. And now for the first time tonight, we'll see Haley Emerson, who Coach Shoemaker said would be another one of the setters we could see. The sophomore steps in the 5th set and will set her first ball right here, and she gets tagged with a 2-hit violation. She hadn't seen the floor tonight, suiting Varsity because of the shorthandedness, and University's run out to a 4-0 lead. Tigers trying to cover her up on the receive, and Henry will be the setter on the first ball. She'll back set far side for Kaylee Johnson. Nice save far side by Nation. Swing off the block of the net from Conlon. Block down, turn back for the University Bulldogs, and the Tigers will get it. Emerson will set down the middle. Roll shot will come for Kaylee Johnson. Popped up back row, turn and pop back off Santa Masa with the net. Now Emerson will back set for Johnson, who will crawl the net cord, and a slide out far side. Set far, roll down the near side from Conlon. Quick up for the Tigers, and another ball handling error. The Tigers have 3 ball handling errors on the 5 points in this set, and Coach Shoemaker is going to take a timeout. And she immediately goes to Sydney Henry, and as good of a hitter as Sydney Henry is, she has to be the setter for the Sterling Tigers. You've got to go to her in the 5-1. Tigers did stave off 5 match points, but you've built yourself a monumental hole to start this 5th set down 5-0. Just think about this, okay? You only go to 15. Normally you go to 25. So at this point for the Sterling Tigers to be down 5-0 in this set, that's like giving up an 8-0 run to start a normal set. That's kind of where you sit right now. You're a third of the way through this set. The University's a third of the way to the points they need. So that 8-0 run is pretty huge in this one. And the Tigers will make the substitution. Tyla Thomas will come back on. She's done a fair job of setting this evening for the Sterling Tigers. I think just trying to find the right mass of bodies out there. But again, I think you're going to see Sydney Henry at least get the first set on this rally after the serve will come from Chloe Rule. It's fielded back row, and Henry will as Rio sets it, or fields it. Set far side for Johnson, and Kaylee rips it to the floor for her 16th kill. And will give herself the serve. Kaylee Johnson, who had only won 1 point on her serve through the first 3.5 sets, ran off 4 straight in the 4th set. Back row swing for Rule, far side fielded. Maker will set. She'll back in near side for Henry, who tips line. Scramble as the ball was played on the setter. Back row swing for Rule. Spun again on Thomas. This time Johnson with the bump set. She'll come near side for Henry. She'll spin it line. Diving dig up by Rule again. Set far pin. Conlon off the block. The net popped up high by Johnson. Again near pin they'll come for Sydney Henry, who picks up her 15th kill of the match. We're just going to keep setting her until she puts it down. That's been the mantra of the last 2 points for the Sterling Tigers. Back within 5-2. Kaylee Johnson barely clears the net court on the serve. I puckered and made a diamond there, and Kaylee Johnson obviously knew where she was lining that one because she just picked up an ace. Whew. See if she uncorks another one to get the Tigers within 1. She uncorks a line shot, and this one's too big and out. Didn't get the play. So the Tigers come running back. Down 6-3 in set number 5. Tied at 2 sets apiece. Katie Bauer will serve the University Bulldogs. She has 3 aces this evening. Bauer spins it far side on Santa Masa. Thomas will set down the middle for Henry, who pops it to the far line. Kept up for the Bulldogs. Returned back down the middle for Alrished. Kept up by Johnson. Second touch dump over by the Tigers. Set to the near pin. Roll shot cross far from Heck. Diving dig up. Tigers scramble, keep it alive, and a bump free over by Sid Henry. Set from the 10-foot line to the far pin for Conlon. She goes down the line and in for the kill. She only had 2 kills in the 4th set, but now is at 11 in the match after having a massive first couple sets. Bulldogs up 7-3 on the Tigers, and Katie Bauer with the serve. Bauer, dead center, fielded by Kaylee Johnson. Set to the near side for Maker. Nice, powerful attack deep. Rule fields it far side. Conlon chips it short, covered up by Henry. Sanamaso can't chase it down. Back to back going to Conlon in this set. She's at 12 now. And the lead's back to 5 for the Bulldogs, who ran out 5-0 early in this 5th set. Bauer with the serve, crawls the net court and falls on the Tiger side. She shanked that serve, and it still went over and down for her 4th ace. Tigers down 6 in the second timeout for Coach Lisa Shoemaker. Well, the big week of Tiger sports continues tomorrow night at 7 o'clock right here on 105.7 KPMX as the Sterling Tiger football team will take on the Platte Valley Broncos. Tigers come up with a win in that game tomorrow night. They go to 2-0 inside Patriot East play, and Brush, one would presume, will go to 2-0 with their matchup this week as well. And then all of a sudden, the matchup on October 15th here in Sterling could be for the Patriot East title for a Tiger football team that began the season 0-4 and was outscored 2-11-0 in their first 4 games of the year. Quite the turnaround for this team, utilizing their bye week to swing the momentum. Tiger volleyball looking to swing the momentum, down 9-3 in this 5th set. They're out of timeouts, so all of the moves are going to have to be made on the floor. Who's going to step up as a leader for the Tigers? That's the biggest question right now. They go back to the receive formation that they utilized in the 4th set in staving off 5 match points. Serve will continue in the hands of Katie Bauer. Bauer rips it far side, fielded by Johnson. Set to the near pin for Maker. She tries to go line, too wide and out. That's the first hitting error of the night for Jalissa Maker. 10-3 University. Bauer will rip the serve, fielded by Johnson back row. Henry traipses near side, finds Maker. She tops it into the net. 3 ball handling errors, a service error. Now a pair of hitting errors for the Sterling Tigers. When you've given away 7 and only scored 3, it's not a recipe for success, and the inevitable feels 4 points away. Tip over the net by Henry. Mishandled by the Bulldogs. Near side push down the line, handed up by Henry. Running underneath it is Thomas. Far side Sanamaso. She'll chip the block of the net. Whitmore plays it out. Back near side it'll come for Heck. And the Tiger block was in the net. So another giveaway, their 8th, pushes University just 3 points away from winning in 5 on the road here in Sterling. Serve tumbled far side, mishandled by Johnson. Maker with the bump set. She'll go far side. Sanamaso swats it near line. Back quickly down the middle. Big attack turned back at the net by Jalissa Maker. Maker as a block assist, and now that solo block on the attack of Alrished. Tigers' blocking game was key in them winning the first set 25-20. Just couldn't get it going since. 12-0 University. Far side swing. Conlon spins line too wide and out. She's wary of the block that just put down a point and got too aggressive down the line. Sanamaso will serve, now down 12-5. Addie flips it far side on Conlon. Ball dug right into the radar zone of Jalissa Maker. She'll power it to the floor. That's 9 kills in the match for Jalissa Maker. 12-6. Sanamaso continues with the serve. Sanamaso dying Quail on the far line, fielded by Conlon. Push dead center from Alrichet, up by Johnson. Backs up far side. Henry crawls the net cord, hops the block, and finds the floor for the kill. Her 16th of the night. Tigers back within 5, and a quick timeout on the University side. Tigers were down 12-3, uncorked a 4-0 run. Still behind the 8 ball, but when haven't they been behind the 8 ball? They won set 1 25-20, but they were down 11-6 in that first set and won 19-9 in the final 28 points. University rolled out to a 25-14 win in set 2 and then 25-22 in the third set. Tigers staved off 5 match points in the fourth just to get to the 5th. And now the Tigers trying to build up themselves to come from an even more monumental deficit than 5 match points down and win in this 5th set. I might have to send my daughter to find a defibrillator if the Tigers do make the comeback. All on the serve of freshman Addie Sanamaso, who will serve out of the timeout. High arc her far side, fielded by Conlon. She'll be set down the middle, pushes it near side, and finds the floor for the kill. Conlon has a baker's dozen this evening. 13-7, 6-2 substitution will bring the freshman Caitlin Smith on to serve for the University Bulldogs. Smith floats it near side, too wide and out. She has been erratic, to say the least, on serve this evening. That is her 4th service error of the night. And Sid Henry will have the serve. Tigers down 13-8. Give up a point, you face match points down again. Henry will tumble a dying Quail serve down the middle. One up and a tip far side for Alrichet. Henry will be set far side by Johnson. That's backwards, but it works as the 3rd kill of the set goes to Sid Henry. Tigers down 13-9, out of timeouts in this 5th set, and Henry will continue with the serve. Henry firing it far side on Conlon. They'll set quickly. Big hammer for Alrichet. She'd not been much of an offensive factor tonight. Huge in the 4th set, her 1st in the 5th. Give the University Bulldogs 5 match points at 14-9. You've done it once before. Can the Tigers have lightning strike twice? Logan Conlon with the serve for the Bulldogs. She'll power it far side on Sheets. Set down the middle for Emery Rios. Tumbled into the far corner. Rios picks up her 9th kill of the match. One staved off, and Jalissa Maker with the serve. 14-10, still match point for the Bulldogs. Maker rips it down the middle on Nation. Set far side Rule, roll shot, dug up back row by Maker. Henry with the bump set. Rios again blocked back, covered up high by Sheets. Henry down the middle this time. Johnson through the triple. She finds the floor for her 17th of the match. Another match point staved off, now 14-11. And there's no messing around on the University bench. Jared Rittiger wants a timeout to ensure that his team can still win this. The Tigers have done it before. They overcame 5 match points, 3 in a row down, and then 2 more individuals in the 4th set to win 28-26. Boy, the match Saturday for the Sterling Tigers in Parker against Lutheran. Gonna have a lot to live up to, but, well, knowing that Sterling Lutheran rivalry, it may very well live up to it. 1 o'clock is the projected start time. Of course, as we all know, with projected start times and the sport of volleyball, it's merely a suggestion. Tigers in the 5th set, down 14-11, have staved off 2 of the 5 match points. Continuing with the serve out of the University timeout will be the junior middle in Jalissa Maker, who's been called to action as not only a front row player, but a back row player tonight for the Tigers. Maker rips the serve over the net cord. It crawls down for the ace. Another staved off to make it 14-12. Maker standing on the Tiger paw to serve again. She'll float it far side, fielded by Rule, who's calling for it. Instead, they'll back set near sideline. Too wide and out goes Alrished, much to the protesting of the Bulldogs side. The Tigers have staved off all but one of the match points they need to stave off. A fifth match point down, 14-13. Maker barely clears the net court. She picked up the ace, and the Tigers force it to extras, again staving off 5 match points in their second consecutive set. Maker at 14 all. She'll spin it deep, fielded by Nation back row. Bumps that far side. Rule, she'll roll it deep. Fielded by Maker. Henry underneath it. She'll set for Johnson. Popped off the block. Kept up. Henry will come near side for Rio. She's off the block. Covered up by Sheets. Sent down the middle for Johnson. Big hammer. Kept up by Nation. Wung over by Rule. Played by Henry. Scramble for the Tigers. Rios with the swing. She's too big and out. And University will face a 6th match point. Now at 15-14 in this 5th set. On the serve, Aisha Alrished. The senior rips it near line, handed up by Johnson. Bumps that for Henry, near side for Kaylee. Off the block, it finds the floor again. 18 in the match for Kaylee Johnson. We're square at 15 in set number 5. Emery Rios, who ran off serves in the 4th set to send us to a 5th. She'll angle a serve far side, popped up for the Bulldogs. Run back down the middle, kept up by Henry, chased down by Maker, and a free ball over by Sid. 10-foot line up, quick one down the middle. Far side swing comes from Bauer. Tigers dump it over on the second touch. And now the Sterling Tigers, after facing 11 total match points down, have a match point of their own at 16-15. Emery Rios with the serve. She'll spin it deep. Popped up back row for the Bulldogs. Set far side. Rule. Roll shot covered up by Henry. Underneath it goes Maker. She'll bump set Sid Henry. Spin to the back corner. Up by Nation. Bump set far side. Rule. She'll roll it line. Dug back over by Henry onto the Bulldog side. Set for Rule. She'll swing it into the block at the net. Or was it off the net? No, she tooled the block. Chloe Rule with her 15th kill staves off the Tigers match point and continues us here in the 5th set at 16 all. The ball did not appear to clear the net according to the Tiger bench, but the protest all for naught, 16 all. Darren Whitmoyer to serve for the University Bulldogs. The senior setter clears the net, fielded by Maker back row. Henry sets near side. Kaylee Johnson rips it to the floor, her 19th of the match. And the Tigers have a second match point in this 5th set at 17-16. And the biggest serve of the life of freshman Tyla Thomas is about to come here. Called to action for her first varsity action of the season tonight as the starting setter, has the match point serve at 17-16. Thomas floats the serve down the middle, popped up quickly back row by Conlon. Off the block of the net goes the attack of Bauer. Thomas underneath it, back sets far side, cross swing near side from Santa Maso, popped up big. Back near side, roll shot, 2, big and out from Paige Heck, and the Sterling Tigers stave off a total of 11 match points down and win in 5, 18-16 against the University Bulldogs. Man, I'm glad I came here tonight. Tigers win in 5. Post-game show next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.